Well, it really did get down to a 36 last night. I don't see any frost up here near the house though. And it's supposed to be slightly warmer the next couple of nights, but not by much. And everybody's here, no having to call for anybody this morning, so that's awesome. Well, hopefully you guys stayed warm enough. I did double check that their heating pads are on, both last night and just now. Well, at least you two had the good sense to get back where it's warm. Don's saying he might wash Ruby today. We'll see. Now there's a little bit of rain in the forecast, at least overnight on the weekend. Good morning, Ruby. Ah, it's warm. Well, Ruby currently says that it's 40 degrees out there. It's warmed up as we've approached downtown. It was 38 coming out of Fuquay. Traffic moved a little fast this morning. We had several vehicles passing us that were doing well over 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. It was a little intimidating, I guess. On time for 7:28 arrival. Not as early as I'd like. These mornings just have really been harder the last couple days. The cold and the sleep, and yeah. I didn't have time to film Don, but he did take off today. It was for real. It's the first work day he's taken off in forever, the entire day. And we may go walk at Bass Lake Park this morning. That was one of the candidates on the table, try to see some leaf color. But we won't be rushing out right at 8:30 or 8:45. I don't think. We might let it warm up just a smidge more before we go out the door. Well, on Monday it'll be brighter. It'll be brighter in the morning. It's already super dark when we go to Taekwondo, so it won't really change that too much. It'll still be pretty dark then, because that's at like going on 7 o'clock. Well, that's very pretty. I appreciate the sunrise on this last Friday morning for a while, until we see the sunrise on the way in. I'm just stretching my legs before I head home. This community center, teen center, and Tarboro Road Park has some really nice tennis courts. I guess this is the community center building here. I don't know what's inside. Obviously, I haven't been inside of it. The teen center building is a historical building, and it's pretty small. I never see more than a few cars over here, but it probably has to do with the time of day I'm coming past and not on the weekend, etc., etc. Okay, I'm cold enough now. I don't have a jacket on this morning. I do have on a couple layers and long sleeves, but no jacket. Oh, but yeah, it's good to stretch for a minute before I go back home. My Apple Watch appreciates it, and my driving score appreciates it. Wow, so Starbucks is not going to have the eggnog latte this holiday season. I was reading the article, I might have been Pop Culture or something, and Starbucks did confirm, I think in a tweet, that it's really not going to happen this year. But neither the person that wrote the article didn't speculate why, and Starbucks certainly didn't say why. We could guess it's a supply chain issue since it's very popular. Why would they otherwise not have? Yeah, so they were suggesting a replacement is the sugar cookie latte made with almond milk or something. You know, almond milk is okay, especially if you can't have dairy, I guess, and you need a substitute, but it's really just more omega-6s and not the right omega-3s that you probably need. It's certainly not a health food, I guess, is my point. But since Starbucks is not a health food, unless you're getting black coffee, maybe is okay. Probably doesn't matter anyway, and just get, if you're going to decide to get it, get what you want over there. But yeah, so I had brought Johnny home one thing of eggnog already this holiday season. Whole Foods had it. It was free range eggs, organic, you know, but it still had quite a bit of sugar, too many carbs, like over my daily allotment of carbs. So I haven't had any of it. I just wanted to say that neither Jules nor Ruby has had a software update this week. None of that new Sentry Mode stuff. And I just was, because I'm looking to confirm that there was nothing for Jules. When I went to look at Ruby, because I have the heat on it and I have the defroster on, it's showing red heat rising off the windshield inside the car. I'll put a clip up. I took a short video of it. It's kind of a cool animation. I really, like I said, the new app has a couple of things that are pretty, but has not necessarily improved my user experience, except to go, oh, cool. But the regular things I do all the time, yeah, not so, maybe not so cool. Also, I'm holding at a 99 on my driving score. I had a couple of rough days this week with fast stops for some of those stoplights, and people cut me off, causing unsafe following. So one of my days I'm like a 96. But I think a 96 is the lowest I've scored on any given day. So thankfully I have a lot of miles at 99 and even 100 to offset that. So far today's 100. I could use a really good day because yesterday wasn't a good day. We don't want to, I would not be happy if I went in and I was down to a 98. Just on the other side of Costco, back behind me, there was a word, what's the right word for it? A road sign, one of those digital ones, light display ones, that said right lane was closed ahead, get left. And me and a bunch of other cars, we did exactly that, and the right lane's not closed. And that's about the 5th or 6th time in the last 2 weeks that it's done that. I mean, sometimes it is closed, but sometimes it's not, and they're not being courteous about shutting the sign off when the lane isn't actually closed. It's kind of irritating. They want us to slow down, and they want us to move lanes, and they want us to be careful, and then their job is illuminate the sign when it's really necessary, not just for, you know, being lazy and leaving it going all the time even when the lane isn't closed. It looks like back there what's going to happen is that they're building a temporary road for this lane of traffic, southbound 401 here, to go off to the right as a little detour around, you know, going straight through. And I don't know that's for a fact, but that's what it looked like to me and Johnny yesterday, that they're just going to detour us this little jog off to the right, I guess, while they work on the overpass of the belt line and the exit and on ramps over there by Wake Tech. But time will tell. Well, I don't think any of my flowers got destroyed last night. Maybe they'll hold on a few more nights. I see Marty is here staying warm. I see Tux up the hill. Tuxie! Come on, buddy. Tuxie, come on, bud. Tux! Is he gonna do the right thing? Yeah, because he's not in the catio. That is him and not Stripe. Tuxie! Hey, Donnie.
Hey, pretty girl. Fossil fuel heat, maybe.
I told Don if we could go to the landfill on our anniversary, we should go to the landfill on Don's day off.
That's right.
It'll actually make our week a little easier next week.
Yeah. Well, we got to get the van inspected also.
Right. So the back needs to be empty, and I guess we got a little work to do on the GMC. Plus, we're trying to drive the van a little more than we were. That's why we got the landfill stuff in the van instead of the GMC.
Right.
But the GMC needs probably a little work too.
Yeah.
We're having to put gas in.
Yeah, no. And don't forget the gas treatment.
Yeah, it's $3.22 a gallon right now, so it's down a little bit, but it's not like really down.
I'm sorry, but do you have any money?
I did bring my purse, yes.
I will need your purse because I have no wallet. I've just carry my phone and it has my driver's license in my case, but I don't have any credit.
Oh, that sounds like a great excuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have my Sheets card though.
Well, that's okay.
You'll bite the 3 cents? Yeah. Well, we were able to get lots of eggs, lots of pecans, and some walnuts. Want to make sure we got what we need for Thanksgiving. Here we are down in the recyclable end where we spend most of our visit. I told Jeffrey I didn't feel the need to stand over him while he inspected the van like I do the Teslas. Nothing personal. Well, we certainly weren't worried about the van passing, but the van did pass, so that was quite convenient. You know, we pay $13.60 when we take Ruby or Jules, but we have to pay $30 when we take the van or the GMC, and that's because of the added extra emissions check charge.
Yeah.
Every state's different.
Yeah.
This will last us a year. We have to take it every year.
Yeah.
And it was actually due by October the 31st, but Dawn says we have a grace period. We'll find out.
No, we do.
Okay. Good. So you're gonna survive that frou-frou coffee mug?
Yeah, it's all birdie. It's for the birds. This coffee mug's for the birds.
I had one of my little fabrics holders on there so my fingers don't get burnt. Don's like, this thing can't warm up my hand if you got one of these things on it. So we've switched to Jules. We were home, obviously. And we're gonna go walk at Lake Johnson.
Yeah.
That's the plan, and then pick up Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, somehow we don't have quite as much time as we thought. So we're just gonna go to Yates Mill and walk around as many times as works out before we need to, you know, leave to get downtown to get Johnny. We'll have to do the math, but we did the math on Lake Johnson, and there's 3 miles over there no matter what. And we sort of wanted to really look at the landscape. So another day, another November day. So I'm going to start out by saying I can be wrong, okay? But I was reading the little bit of news, chatting with Dawn on the way over to Yates Mill, and CBS News published, and I'm on my Facebook news feed. Dozens of customers allege Hertz had them falsely arrested over rental cars reported stolen. Quote, "It was just terrifying," end quote. So my immediate gut reaction, because of who I am, said that they oh, hi Tesla, oh, they waved, that CBS News decided to put that story out today because Hertz is in the news with the quote-unquote deal, not a deal with contract, not a contract with Tesla, and I'm sure their stock went up. And every time Tesla stocks goes up, we watch some other thing come out of the woodwork to try to level the stock back down. It just seems to happen that way. And now Hertz is associated with Tesla. I feel almost sorry for them. I'm not saying that the allegations aren't true or are true. That my point is that the publishing of the story today seems, shall we say, suspect to me. And yeah, it probably happens with all the rental companies, or there was probably some computer glitch on one day that caused some agents in a few cities to freak out over. I mean, I probably should click on it and read the article, but you get what I'm trying to say here, right? Don says if you're in the news, it's easier to stay in the news. And this, I think, is the case with Hertz in this particular article.
I think the articles.
Okay, well, we got to fix our way to get information because it's all 100% biased right now. It's all
one way or the other.
One way or the other, and I'm complaining about all of it because you can't get any unbiased information. I know there's a few good reporters out there, newspaper journalists, photographic journalists, whatever. There's a few. I said there are people that are passionate about doing the right thing out there, but I'm finding, well, you know, when we were at IBM, we would get pressured sometimes to do certain things, and you know, your boss comes in and tells you this is the way it's going to be. You know, I don't, how do we get some like non-biased reporting? I just feel like it's virtually non-existent out there, yet you have to have some news and understanding of what's going on in the world around you. So I don't know, but yeah. Woo!
Well, I was getting out so that guy
could go before traffic came.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was being courteous, sweetie.
Okay.
This is the Tesla.
Anyway, yeah, the quick math is if we left right now, we'd be downtown at 1:30. So, we got 40 minutes.
That's probably
because we need to be downtown at 2:10. Yeah. And 2:20 wouldn't be the end of the world, but it is Friday, so. Mom, he's being annoying. He's singing "Walkin'."
Yes, we're walking. You and me, we're walking.
Oh, goodness. Don is on a mission. Now you know why this is happening, right? Because I said, I'm making myself a cup of coffee for the car. Would you like for me to make you a cup of coffee? And he said, yeah, that'd be great. And I said, do I have to put it in that yucky cup, styrofoam cup that you like to reuse? And he says, nah, you can put it in one of your fancy cups if you want to. I said, good. And that was all she wrote.
Yep.
I think I just heard the kingfisher, but I didn't see him. Yeah, Don offered to, he offered to run the bridge, and I'm like, no, we'll run the trail. I'm fixing the roundhouse kick your butt, and I'm not joking. Violent. Just be a love tap.
One girl's love tap, one guy's butt kick. Ducks out there, little waterfowl.
Yeah. So I identified this as maple leaf viburnum because it looks like a maple leaf, but it's really a viburnum. And Don and I ordered one. It's native.
Get up this way.
He pinched me. Oh, goodness. Yeah, the sourwood there is looking mighty pretty. Nothing like photography and videography on the run, on the rush, on the I ain't got no time.
Hurry.
Here's that pretty viburnum again. Different cluster. It's native. As I said, we ordered one, right? We ordered a dry root.
I like the way she says we. She ordered it. And
You'll plant it, yes!
That's the we part.
I'll stand beside you.
Yeah.
Provide moral support. I'll even get my fingers dirty once you get the hole dug. I used to dig all my own holes.
I vote for that again.
And one of the things that happened is I either had bone spurs or plantar fasciitis so bad that I could not put my foot down on the top of the shovel anymore. That was what, 4 or 5 years ago? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Well, it turns out that's probably a overweight, not as good a controlled blood sugar as you should have problem more than it is anything else, they'll tell you. And the chiropractor would, Dr. Barnes, he up at Greenway, he would use his thumper tool on the bottom of my foot, and it would hurt really bad when he would do it. But then it would feel better afterward. And we, you know, cut out all the processed foods and sugar and starch, and now I've lost weight. And anyway, it never bothers me anymore, so it's all good now. No, we don't want to risk it coming back. I just saw a beaver, or there he is. I can't tell. I don't remember what those other named guys cake right in front of me, Donnie. You see the little ripples. He'll come up in a minute, 10, 15 feet away from there, one direction or another.
I'm looking.
Oh wow, way that way. Yeah, if the sun were out and there were no wind, it would be a great time of day for a picture with the mill's reflection in the water, but yeah, it's way too windy for a great reflection shot today. Windy and 52, it's cold out here. Not quite as much water spilling over the top today.
Hey, no fair, you got a head start.
Jeez, why isn't that leaving me?
Not so fast, girl.
No, come on, that's all I had. That was every bit I had.
Not so fast, girl.
I love you anyway. That was all I had.
You're the super competitive
that
one.
was the 100% effort there.
Oh.
All right, we had time to go around twice. I'm going to be short on steps, ending our normal walk, but I've got all my exercise minutes. We walked fast, although Don forgot to pause while we stopped at the bathroom, so our time will not be as fast as it was going to be.
Yeah, it's going to suffer.
You let me know when you get it.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not cold anymore.
That's right. That's because we walked 4,327 steps. We went for 42 minutes and like 15 seconds. And we averaged 22.45 per mile. And that was 1.86 miles.
Okay. And we're going to get downtown at 2:15, which is perfect. We have to pick him up at the football field entrance today. They had some special event at the school.
This is the way it wants us to turn.
Don's giving us a view of the east side of town. It looks a lot like historic Oakwood, but not. Technically, this is the Boylan neighborhood, B-O-Y-L-A-N. You remember the mural from 3 years ago? I went into the bakery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, parked Ruby in front over there.
300 feet.
It's just bringing you back to...
I know where I am now.
Okay.
Right. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, I went blowing by my turn.
Did they demolish the building to our right since last time I was over here?
I don't know what was there.
I feel like there's something there when we went into that bakery.
Looks like it's been vacant for a while. It was not fresh dirt in there. We've got Johnny all loaded up. The one, they said they liked Jules better than Ruby. No, they didn't exactly say that, but they really like Jules. And since Don's driving, he took us the scenic way back out of Raleigh. So we're going past Yates Mill again. We're up here on that road that's always so loud when we're down at the mill. But it is a nice, different, unique perspective.